Hello everybody, it's Saturday night and it's time for my episode number 2 of my new book channel. My name is Chuck, I am the Book Dweller, and I'm coming at you with my January book haul. So I've been kind of waiting it out, trying to get all my stuff together, and I've decided that I'm due for a book haul video. So we're here for books, and I think we'll get right down to it. After the books are done, I have a band I want to feature. And I'll show the book that I'm reading right now. And of course I'll do a book review of that when I get done here. So let's get started with the books. First of all, I've been trying to get a little bit more into sci-fi, some of the classics. So I thought I found this one pretty cheap. This one is one of those old Ace double novels, 35 cents. On one side is The Big Time by Fritz Leiber. So he seems like one of the classic writers. So and then if you flip it over, it's The Mind Spider and Other Stories. So these are pretty cool, I have to say, for nostalgia's sake. Cool stuff. Next is Pirates of Venus by Edgar Rice Burroughs. I have a ton of Burroughs books over there. I keep saying we'll get to them, and we'll do some author features soon. Next is The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath by H.P. Lovecraft. Once again, I've got a ton of Lovecraft books over there, so we'll get to them. I think this was a couple bucks. So, in plastic, in great condition for $3. Count me in. Next is another guy. I have a lot of his stuff. The one I read him, he seemed like kind of like a more sci-fi Kurt Vonnegut. I don't know, but anyway, this is Behind the Walls of Terra by Philip Jose Farmer. Like I say, I have a bunch of his, and we'll get to him. And I got a hardback of his called More Than Fire. So, trying to open my mind to a little bit of sci-fi. If I find it, decent price, I'll get it. And, talk about a decent price. Isaac Asimov, The Complete Stories, in hardback, 50 cents. Super cool. Another classic writer. So I'm keeping my mind open. I'm getting to it. So for 50 cents, I'm definitely going to get to it. Next is Al Sarantonio. He has a whole bunch of horror novels. I have a couple, but I'm going to keep my eye out on it. This is Halloween Land. He's got a bunch of Halloween themes. But he also has Westerns. This is Kit Peak. So I like Westerns. I like Al Sarantonio. So we'll go with it. Next one. Oh, we were just talking about Kurt Vonnegut there. Or I was just talking about Kurt Vonnegut. Check this one out for a quarter at thrift store. 25 cents. I've never seen this edition. Slaughterhouse-Five. Check it out. So every now and then, not that I don't have tons of Vonnegut, but I'm not going to pass up a Vonnegut for 25 cents. Not that cool and not in that condition. Next up is a guy, because I was reading horror novels in the late 80s and early 90s. Kind of got out of them for a while and moved on to stuff. But here recently, I still have a bunch, and we'll do a library tour. But he was one guy, I never bought any of his till just recently. And I was like, I'm going to keep my eye out on this cat. And guess what? I kind of hit a small jackpot here in January. So I'll show you the books I'm speaking about. Robert R. McCammon. This is The Night Boat. Look at that. Mint condition, pretty much. Then have this big monster here. Swan Song by Robert McCammon. Oh, that's a one. I could beat somebody over the head with that one. So keep that one by the door in case somebody tries to break in. And this one, Mine. Well, you can see the age on this one because it's got one of those flip back cutouts. How cool is that? So, and you know what? People talk about the condition of books. I don't care what condition they're in. If that's the book I want, that's the book I'm going to get. Or I'm going to trade for it or whatever. Steal it, whatever. I don't care what condition you are. A book's a book, man. Oh, this one's in great condition too. Boy's Life, Robert McCammon. And then this one, I never really heard of it, but like I say, this hardback was $3. This is called The Five, and I really haven't had time to look at the synopsis. I'm not reading synopsis for you because you can find out on your own. But hardback, $3, definitely. So I know there's a lot more McCammon books out there, and I'm going to keep my eye out for them. So when I was at the thrift store a couple weeks back, they had a sale where everything was half off. So I ended up with 2 hardbacks by Clive Barker, which I already have. But for 50 cents, I'm not going to turn down a Clive Barker hardback. This is Galilee, 50 center. It'll look great next to the one I already have. And this was actually a really good book when I read it. I read this when it first came out, Everville. And I have the hardback. Of course, now I have 2. So I might end up trading with somebody. I don't really like to sell my books, but I do like to trade, so who knows. This is a weird one I got. This was 50 cents. Don't know anything about it, but I dug the cover. This is called Warlock at the Wheel by Diana Wynne Jones. Don't know much about her. I guess I could look her up, but for 50 cents for that cover, I'm going to take it. I don't know if it's sci-fi or what, but for 50 cents, I got an open mind. Next up, one of my favorite writers of all time. You know Richard Matheson from Incredible Shrinking Man, Hell House, I Am Legend, The Night Stalker show, way back when, the Edgar Allan Poe movies with Vincent Price, Twilight Zone. Oh my gosh, I'd have to do 2 episodes just on Richard Matheson just to describe him, not only his books. But this is Journal of the Gun Years and the Gunfight. And I thought there was a third one also. I have to look that up. But these first 2 Westerns are just fantastic. It's such a great writer. And Journal of the Gun Years, I thought would have been awesome Western with Clint Eastwood in it. Around the time The Unforgiven came out, I thought, man, because it's about an old-timer gunslinger, you know, kind of getting old. He would have been perfect. But then he kind of went off the rails with his politics. So then I changed my mind. But 2 great Westerns, 1 great author, Richard Matheson. Can't say enough about him. I've got a ton of his stuff, and we'll get to him. Here's one of the masters of horror. I found these 2 books. Very happy I did. I have them, but, you know, what am I going to do? So, Richard Laymon. One of my all-time favorites. I got a chance to meet him. I think I might have said that in my other video, but who cares? I'm going to say it again. Absolute sweetheart of a guy. I have a bunch of his that are signed. And we'll get to him, you know, we'll get to the author spotlight with him. And here's one from a publisher I never heard of, 47 North. Never heard of them. But it's one of my favorite Laymon books, Island. Oversized paperback, very cool. Just looking there, $3 for this bad boy. Completely awesome. And we're coming up on the last of the books. And I'll show you this one first. This was a gift from my buddy Nick, who you'll meet. And I'll have a lot more to say about Nick in the upcoming weeks because we're going to publish a book of his on our Aurora Press label. But this is a Charles Bukowski reader. Hardback. Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you, brother. Factotum. With Matt Dillon on the cover there. Bukowski. This one ended up costing me a whopping 25 cents. So try to stop me from getting a Bukowski book for $0.25. Not going to happen. And I was at one of the half-price books around here, and these were in the clearance section. And I end up getting all, well, there's 3 of them, but I don't know how many volumes there is totally. But here's volume 2, Bukowski Selected Letters. That's 1965 to 1970. Holy crap, I was born in 65. Volume 3, 1971 to 1986. Pretty cool. And then this is the other one I got, 1987 to 1994. So those were $3 a piece, and one of the half-price books around here I can't remember, in the clearance section. Mine now. So that will do it for the book haul. And this is the book I'm reading now, Gord Rollo, Crimson, horror novel. Man, am I enjoying this. I'm at page, I don't know, like 100. So when I get done with this bad boy, I will do an official, my first book review. So whenever I get done with that, I'm not a speed reader, and that'll be another video. So now my musical spotlight for this video is a band that I absolutely love and adore, and I know several members of them to this day. I still have contact with them. But this is Toxic Reasons, one of my favorite punk bands of all time. I thought I'd start out with a couple 45s. This one here. Awesome. See if you can tell. War Hero, absolute classic. War Hero, oops, absolute classic. But this one here is a reprint of it on white vinyl. Had to have that. Got that at Torn Light Records, local record store. Great people again. This is the original copy. This one you might want to look up, see what this one's worth. This is a classic War Hero. This is one of those big time collector's editions. The other big time collector's edition, Ghost Town by Toxic Reasons, 7-inch. Another, I put Toxic Reasons up there with the Dead Kennedys and Black Flag, any other punk band you can come up with. I put them neck and neck. Let's start with the original here. To me, this is one of the all-time greatest punk records ever made. Independence. Unbelievable. I will put that up there against any punk record in any time period, starting from the 70s to today. Absolute Midwest punk. They started in Dayton, Ohio. Then I believe they went to San Francisco for a long time, and then now they're kind of based out of Indianapolis. So this is the one that if you're a punker of any sort, of any age, this is the one you need to have. We were listening to this the other night, straight through. Unbelievable. Classic record. Top of the line, A+, punk rock. Here's another one of theirs. Within These Walls. There's not a bad Toxic Reasons record. There's not a bad Toxic Reasons song. So check them out on YouTube or anywhere you have to check out records. Here's another one. Killed by Remote Control. Just absolute classic punk stuff. Here's another one. Bullets for You. They still do shows occasionally. They did a show not too long ago. So they're still kicking around in one form or the other. Here's that. Go back. I have 2 copies of Independence, and this one has the original booklet, which is pretty hard to find. He had members from Canada, the UK, and America. This is just super cool lyrics. Just unbelievable. Independence, Toxic Reasons, fantastic. And I found this one at Torn Light Records too. This is a live in Berkeley in 1981. And of course, I'm a huge fan of colored vinyl, and this one did not disappoint. Beautiful red vinyl. And I think that's it. So, Toxic Reasons, all these great books. Gord Rollo review on my next video. And I'm signing off for now. It's Saturday night. Everybody have a great Sunday, and I'll see you on my next video. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, like it and subscribe. Leave comments, and I'll talk to you later.